The universe does not negotiate, does not pause, and does not care about intention. It follows its laws with absolute indifference, and among those laws, one stands out for its quiet dominance over everything that exists, the second law of thermodynamics. It tells us that entropy, the measure of disorder, always increases in an isolated system. Order decays, structure dissolves, energy spreads out. What is concentrated becomes diluted. What is built eventually breaks. This is not a theory of destruction in a dramatic sense, but rather a slow, inevitable drift toward equilibrium, a state where nothing meaningful happens anymore. If you observe the natural world, you see this law expressed everywhere. A newly built structure requires maintenance or it crumbles. A disciplined mind, if left unattended, becomes scattered. Relationships, careers, bodies, systems all tend toward disorder unless energy is continuously applied to maintain their structure. Entropy is not an event, it is a direction. It is the arrow of time itself. Now, if you take this principle and place it into the domain of human behavior, psychology, and finance, something fascinating emerges. Markets, like physical systems, are not inherently orderly. They are chaotic, noisy, and driven by millions of independent actors making emotional, irrational, and often contradictory decisions. Prices fluctuate wildly, narratives shift overnight, and trends emerge and disappear with little warning. This is financial entropy, the natural state of the market. Most participants in this system become part of that entropy. They react, chase, panic, and overtrade. They allow external noise to dictate internal decisions. In doing so, they increase the disorder of their own system. Their portfolios reflect this chaos: frequent buying and selling, inconsistent strategies, emotional decisions layered upon each other until clarity is lost. They are not controlling entropy, they are amplifying it. But every once in a while, there appears an individual who operates differently, someone who does not fight the existence of entropy, but instead understands it so deeply that they build systems to resist its effects. In the world of investing, this mindset is best exemplified by Warren Buffett. His approach is not just a financial strategy. It is a philosophical framework for creating order in a universe that constantly pushes toward chaos. To understand this, we need to go deeper into the idea of microstates. In physics, a macrostate is the overall condition of a system, while microstates are the countless ways that condition can be arranged internally. A broken glass has vastly more microstates than an intact one. There are infinitely more ways for something to be disordered than ordered. That is why entropy increases. It is simply more probable. Now translate this into decision-making. There are countless ways to make a mistake in investing. You can buy the wrong company, at the wrong price, for the wrong reasons, at the wrong time, with the wrong expectations. Each of these variables multiplies the number of possible failure states. The more decisions you make, the more microstates you introduce, and the higher the probability that something goes wrong. Buffett's genius lies in his refusal to participate in unnecessary complexity. He reduces his decision space dramatically. He says no far more often than he says yes. By limiting the number of variables he engages with, he reduces the number of possible failure states. This is not just discipline, it is entropy management. He operates within what he calls a circle of competence. This is not about intelligence, it is about boundaries. By only engaging with businesses he truly understands, he eliminates a vast number of unknowns. Each unknown is a potential source of disorder. By removing them, he creates a more stable, predictable system. His portfolio is not a reflection of opportunity abundance, it is a reflection of selective precision. Most investors interpret activity as progress. They believe that more trades, more research, more exposure equates to better results. But in reality, each additional action introduces more entropy into the system. Buffett understands that inactivity, when combined with clarity, is often the most powerful form of action. He is not trying to outpace entropy with speed, he is trying to outlast it with structure. This brings us to the concept of the economic moat. In physics, systems that are open to their environment experience an increase in entropy because energy and matter flow freely across their boundaries. The more exposed a system is, the harder it is to maintain order. To preserve structure, a system needs some form of barrier. In business, this barrier takes the form of a moat. A company with no competitive advantage is like an open system. It is constantly exposed to competition, innovation, and disruption. Over time, its profits erode, its market share declines.